That's right. This guy just bought a new camera. Thank you very much, Canon EOS Rebel T6i. You sexy rebel, you. Although I fail to see how providing consumers good quality videos and photographs are really a rebellious thing at all. Throughout this month and the first few weeks of July, I'm going to be reviewing all of Christopher Nolan's films out of excitement for his next film, Dunkirk. And I figure what best way to kick it off than with his first film, Following. Following is about a thief who uses dream-sharing technology to steal information from other people's minds until he's given the task to actually plant an idea. Wait. I'm sorry, I think I'm reading the wrong plot synopsis. Oh right, it's because Cobb is actually in both of the movies. Not the Leonardo DiCaprio Cobb. He's actually a British actor named, Alex Haw. According to IMDb, he apparently became an architect. Following is about a young, unemployed writer who is desperate to try to get inspiration for his characters, and as a result decides to follow people. All of this changes once he follows the wrong guy he should not have followed, a young gentleman named Cobb. The difference is that Cobb in Inception is a thief who steals from other people's dreams, but the Cobb in Following is a thief who steals from people's homes. He's a pretty normal thief. When we look at a lot of the famous filmmakers we know, such as Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, they all had very humble beginnings where they made a very low-budget film that basically launched their careers. Christopher Nolan is definitely on the list of these influential filmmakers. He made this film on a very, very slim budget. You can see how some of his stylistic choices that he still employs in a lot of his bigger budget films are used in this film. Also, the reason why I decided to wear the Batman t-shirt was not just because he made the Dark Knight trilogy, but because you can actually see the Batman logo in the film.
It was like Christopher Nolan's destiny!
As much as I love wearing this Bane mask, I'm not going to do the review in it because it is quite tight and painful. That's what she said. There are actually 3 actors in this movie who actually also had a small cameo in Batman Begins. When Bruce Wayne is at the bar with his European girlfriends, there's some sort of bourgeois socialite and she's all like rooting for the Batman, and some other dude's all like, "You can't take the law into your own hands." And she's like, "Oh, well, at least he's getting something done." That's the blonde in Following. The main actor, Jeremy Theobald, he actually also showed up in Batman Begins towards the end, where he's in the water control tower. He only says like one line. It's like, "Jesus, it's spiking. Right there." And then of course the policeman in the movie, who's actually Chris Nolan's uncle, John Nolan, also played a Fredericks in Batman Begins and also in Dark Knight Rises. Okay, so I'm obsessed with Christopher Nolan's movies. What else can I say? The thief's name is Cobb, so I guess it was also destiny for him to make Inception? Or also that could be lazy writing for naming a main character after your very first movie. You just called Chris Nolan a lazy writer? Oh, blasphemy! I will dislike this video. And I'll also throw in a comment. I kind of wish that would happen actually, but I don't think I'm quite famous there yet. Sorry, I'm really sidetracked, by the way. Back to the movie. I made it like a personal rule where if a movie's been out for some time, then I could just spill all the spoilers out because at that point, most people have already seen it. This, on the other hand, is a very small film that not a lot of people I feel have had a real chance to check out. He made this movie with just a few friends and everyone at that point had jobs, and so what he did was he filmed every other weekend or as often as he could with these same guys, and he would film it. And I just think that's such an inspiring story. You have a few friends, you have a camera, you can go shoot a really good story with very little money, and with some luck, you might make it big. Another interesting thing we see from Christopher Nolan's other work is that he loves to use non-linear storytelling. And you see that a lot in this film. It might throw some people off, but it's very interesting because you can tell that, okay, these are 3 different sections of this young man's life. We see him with the beard. We see him all shaved with a haircut and clean clothes. And then we see him with the suit, but all beaten up. It's a lot like trying to put the pieces together in a linear puzzle. You're trying to figure out which pieces were supposed to go in the beginning, which were the middle, and which were the end. This film was shot in black and white on 16mm film, and it is pretty grainy. From a cinematography standpoint, it's not the most amazing use of shadows and blacks, but really it's the non-linear storytelling that really makes this film shine and stand out. Following is a very special kind of neo-noir film, and I think anyone who really appreciates that genre, loves filmmaking and Christopher Nolan's work, you would definitely appreciate this film. While Following may not be for everyone, I would still recommend it. It's such a great piece of work from a real talented filmmaker. Now, I am a Christopher Nolan fan, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be kissing his butt and just praising all of his movies. Actually, he hasn't exactly made a bad movie. I didn't really think about that very thoroughly. I'm gonna need to find some bad movies to review, guys. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd love to check out any sort of bad films that I have not yet seen. Thank you all for checking out this video. I'm looking forward to reviewing Memento and hopefully another bad movie somewhere in between. But till then,
Be sure to eat plenty of strawberries. Then you will have my permission to die. I'm very lonely. I was born in the dark. Life sucks.